People always ask me how to get stronger at the gym, especially on a vegan diet. I've been vegan for 10 years, I lift really heavy weights, and I'm still getting stronger. Today I want to share a few practical strength tips that you can use right away, whether you're a newer lifter or if you've been training for some time. Tip number 1. Train hard enough. Muscle and strength can both improve in a pretty wide range. That's usually in the 5 to 30 rep range. You just want to make sure that you're taking your sets as close as you can to failure and with good form. Whether you're doing a set of 8 or a set of 20, the important part is that the last reps feel challenging so that they feel heavier. Usually the weight will slow down a little bit, or you'll physically look like the weight is getting heavier. Depending on the exercise, you might choose a lower rep range, like between 5 reps and 10 reps per set. Sometimes people choose to use a lower rep range or heavier compound movements like squats or hip thrusts or RDLs. And sometimes it's useful to use a higher rep range like 5 to 15 reps or 15 to 20 reps for more accessory movements. Tip number 2 is to have a progression plan in mind. Rather than just going to the gym and seeing what you feel like working out or what's available, I really recommend going into the gym intentionally with a plan in mind. With that plan, you can also start tracking your reps, your weight, and then your overall strength over time. So a really easy system that you can use is called double progression. That means that you keep the same weight week after week and you try adding 1 or 2 extra reps. Let's say you're doing sets between 10 and 15 reps and you start at 12 reps on week 1, and then week 2 you do 13 reps, and then week 3 you do 14 reps. Then when you hit the top of that rep range, you can add a little bit of weight and then start at the lower end of that rep range again. And then when you look back, you can actually see your progression over time. It's really cool. So my third tip is to think about your technique like a skill that you're practicing, that you want to get better and better at every time you do it. Strength isn't only about effort, it can also be about how stable your technique is and how repeatable your form is. So each time you go to do a movement, does it look similar to the last time that you did it? So before every heavy set, I always take a moment to make sure my feet are in the correct position, that my core is braced, and that my grip and body position all feel good and comfortable. You always want to control on the way down and then also control on the way back up. That's honestly what lets you load exercises over the months and get stronger without beating up your joints. And from my experience, it's also where a lot of people miss out on getting stronger. So my fourth tip is about fueling yourself on a vegan diet. Strength comes from a combination of hard training, good food, and rest and recovery. Even as a vegan, you want about 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, plus plenty of carbs, especially around your training, so that you actually have the energy to push hard. Some of my staples include tofu, edamame, tempeh, TVP, soy yogurts, and a really good vegan protein powder. Something else that as vegans is really important is to have creatine, and specifically creatine monohydrate. Most dietary creatine comes from animal products, and as vegans, we don't get that, which means that if you're plant-based, you have less of it. So it's been really well studied that 5 to 10 grams of creatine a day can help with your overall strength and power, which is exactly what we want in the gym, right? So if you're vegan and you're wondering if you can actually get strong in the gym, the answer is yes. Train with hard, high-quality sets. Remember to follow a simple progression plan, respect your technique, and intentionally fuel your training. With all those things, you'll be surprised with how much your strength can increase over the months. I love hearing from you all. So if you have any questions about strength training or specific exercises, let me know in the comments. And if you want more personalized help with your training or your nutrition, I do one-on-one coaching, so you can always reach out by this email. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy training, everyone.